Ladies and gentlemen, today we're gonna react to ShoeOnLeft. She came up with the new video. The video is called These People Are Sick, and it's gonna be about no one else than Charlie Kirk. But before we get to the video, I don't know if you noticed, there was a very sad news on Twitter or X. Unfortunately, Asmongold's Gold's dad passed away a couple days ago, and I would like to use this opportunity to honor him a little bit. To me, just watching him on the stream, he was an amazing person. He was logical, smart, and always funny. And you can literally feel how much he loved Asmon and how he was proud at him, even though he always said you should do more and more and more, right? So we're all gonna miss him. And to Asmon, if you ever see this, I'm very sorry for your loss. And like I said, your dad was amazing and he was so proud at you. At least that's what we all felt from the streams. And hold on, brother. Okay, before we start with ShoeOnLeft, yeah, here we go, Guava Monster. My wife loves that one, so let's see how it is. And here we go, the new video. We can all already see the man, the legend, who actually is gonna have his own Memorial Day on October 14th.
On September 10th, Charlie Kirk was giving a talk at Utah Valley University, and out of nowhere he was dead, live, in front of a bunch of college kids,
it's horrible,
in front
man.
of his wife and his 2 children. And I don't think the country is ever going to be the same. Not
just the country, but the whole world. Like I live in Canada, and I remember how it went through. Like for me, right? I had a busy day. Didn't have a time to check the phone, so I didn't check the phone for 3 hours. Then parked at the Walmart, left my car, started walking to the Walmart, checked the Instagram, and I see Charlie Kirk is dead. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. I really thought it's some fake news. I don't know if you remember in, what was it, 2015, there was a lot of fake news about Chester Bennington passing away, so I was like, no, that must be the same thing. And then I saw who posted it, and it was reliable source, so I just turned around and went back to the car and just started Googling what happened, right? And then I saw that President Trump made an announcement that Charlie Kirk unfortunately passed away. And yeah, I don't think I'll ever forget this. Like, it's such a lame story, right? On the way to Walmart I found out, but the way it made me feel, and that's what they told us when I was working for Emirates, that people will never forget how you make them feel. They will forget what you did, but they will never forget how they made you feel. And to be honest, I didn't think I would cry for someone I don't know. I didn't think I would be this affected, but I was. And yeah.
And I don't think the country is ever going to be the same. Not only because of this horrific tragedy, but because of everything that followed. The dark, disturbing realization that we may not be on the same page as our coworkers, classmates, friends, neighbors, doctors. When it comes to the issue of murder, I was crashing out on Twitter a few days ago, just stream of consciousness posting about it, with run-on sentences and everything. 4 days later, I have a clearer head, but I still feel the exact same way. So we are going to talk about what happened, we're going to talk about the aftermath, and then we're going to get a little personal, because frankly, I don't see the country the same anymore, and I know a lot of you feel the exact same way, so We're going to talk about it after we talk about everything else. Charlie Kirk was not a healthcare CEO. He was not a powerful politician. And let me be 100% clear, I'm not saying this to say that it's okay.
That's literally what I said. He was just a guy, political commentator, who was debating college kids. Like, he didn't have power to pass the laws. Don't get me wrong. He was very influential. He had close ties with President Trump. But he wasn't the one who would pass the law. He wasn't the one who suggests the law. He didn't hurt anyone. All he did was talk, debate. He was this, I would describe it, bit ball of positive energy. Like, I'm not really religious, but if I think about a gift of God, like someone similar to Jesus, I'm thinking about Charlie Kirk, because he was respectful to everyone. And there's multiple videos when someone spills or throws the drink at Charlie, and he didn't react to it violently. He just laughed it off and used it as an opportunity to have a discussion with the person who tried to be violent toward Charlie, right? I know only about one person in the history who reacted like this. And that person lived about 2025 years ago, right? Let it sink in.
It's okay when those people are murdered. My point is that those are positions of power that most people cannot relate to. Like, the average person is just so far removed from that world. But I think what happened to Charlie is hitting differently because, like I said on Twitter, he was just a f***ing guy. He was a f***ing podcaster. He was a guy who talked about politics. He was a guy who had conservative beliefs. Not everyone knows a billionaire CEO or a powerful politician, but they do know somebody with conservative beliefs. They know somebody who holds some or many of Charlie Kirk's opinions. Because despite what people in their little bubble believe, his core ideology and what he believed is the same shit like your conservative boomer uncle on Facebook posts. You can only disagree with this if you are unfamiliar with Charlie Kirk, or you are unfamiliar with the many different branches and different ideologies of the right wing. Now, don't get me wrong, Charlie Kirk had many bad takes over the years. Like, for example, the two most popular quotes I see people posting are the one where he advocated for stoning gays and black women are too stupid to be pilots. But guess what? Both those things, the two
out of context
popular quotes people are posting to justify this guy being murdered, are out of context. But
it's crazy how much is the left trying to tarnish Charlie's legacy. Like the things they take out of context. Like, I had multiple discussions over this on YouTube comments, right? One of them was, oh, Charlie would be okay if his daughter got raped and then he would make her carry the child. What are we talking about? He wasn't talking about being okay with her daughter getting raped. Or sorry, with his daughter getting raped. But he said, if that would ever happen, yes. In their family, they don't kill the kids. And left is so outraged about it. It's like, you're not outraged about possibly someone raping someone. You're outraged about not killing an unborn kid. And another thing, what I keep hearing, and people keep writing that to me, that he was for public executions. So what? Was he like forcing people to make the crimes that they deserve public execution? No. All he wanted is for the kids and people to see what's gonna happen if you murder someone, right? Or do something even worse, or mass murder, whatever, right? So people will see it and they will be like, yeah, maybe that's not a good idea to do it, right? But again, the point is, the issue the left has is that the execution would be public. And they don't have an issue with someone committing the crime that they will get to the execution. Like, it's just ridiculous.
Murdered are out of context, but idiots like Stephen King ran with it, then later had to apologize
that was ridiculous.
for spreading misinformation about a dead man. These people will build a straw man of you in their minds. They get so fucking mad about it that they celebrate the real you dying. Horrifying. But more importantly, even if everything was in context, who cares? Oh, he said this, oh, he said this. I don't care. There are many things he said that I disagree with. There are many things he said that I think are bad. Who cares? It is just a fact that nothing he said warranted his life being taken away. This is America. We have freedom of speech here. Unless you criticize a certain country, but for the most part, we have freedom of speech here. So after detaining not just one wrong guy,
Did
but
she just
two
drop
wrong
Israel?
guys, the FBI finally got the shooter. Only because his own father turned him in. I guess they were just too fucking busy not releasing the Epstein files to catch a political assassin. It was this f***ass demon, Tyler Robinson, 22 years old, another irony-poisoned Reddit shooter who wrote a bunch of memes on the bullets, including "Hey fascist catch" and
"Notices bulges, capital OWO, what's this question mark?"
I fucking hate it here. A lot of people were saying that the shooter was a groyper, which is a far-right fan of the streamer Nick Fuentes, and I have no fucking idea where that came from. I'm gonna be so honest.
The fuck is groyper?
I have seen no actual proof of this. And it doesn't make sense because someone further right than Charlie Kirk wouldn't call Charlie Kirk a fascist, and they wouldn't say he was hateful. Their proof is that the shooter once dressed up like the Slav squat meme from 2012, and they also found a separate meme of Pepe the Frog dressed like the Slav squat meme. Therefore, the shooter is a groyper. That is like seeing a photo of the shooter dressed like a clown, and then seeing this image of Pepe the Frog dressed like a clown, and
oh my god, he was clown.
What is the connection? The shooter didn't even post the Pepe image. Like, where did the Pepe even come from? Just a bunch of liberal boomers not understanding memes. The other thing I saw was the shooter had Republican parents, and therefore the shooter must be Republican, which is just funny because we all see what these people say about their Republican parents every Thanksgiving. But I guess we'll see. It's September 14th when I am recording this, so maybe more things will come out. Editor Shoe here, more things came out. Definitely not a groyper. At the end of the day, he could have every single one of my or your opinions. It ultimately doesn't matter. One person may have pulled the trigger, but then we saw the reaction of many.
That was horrible.
We think that Charlie Kirk just got shot in the neck. Hey, ooh, ah.
Fucking disgusting.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Yo, they got Charlie Kirk, bro. I've never been happier.
Never believe the reason I'm smiling. And it has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk.
What the fuck are you even?
I would say pour one out for Kirky boy, but I don't waste good beer on little bitches.
Rest in peace, bozo!
Charlie Kirk just got put down like a fucking dog in Utah.
I do not, and I will not, ever feel bad when bad people get what the fuck they deserve.
I just heard that someone shot Charlie Kirk?
What the fuck's on her nose, man? No, really, lips meme central. What? Bring the mental asylums back, man. It's getting serious. Like, if you don't want to send them to the prison, and I get that they didn't really commit any crime, send them to the fucking asylum. That's ridiculous. Like, are you really gonna celebrate Charlie's death? Someone completely innocent? Like, I was thinking about this for pretty much since I would say Thursday, one day after Charlie got assassinated, right? Because on Wednesday I wasn't looking at anyone spewing hate towards Charlie or anything like that, and I'm like, is there anyone that I would be like, oh yeah, it's good that they died, or celebrate it, or even not feel sorry for anyone? And I'm like, no, hell no. Like, I can't think about a single example. And yeah, like, unless the guy is murderer, rapist, I guess for these I wouldn't feel sorry, but I wouldn't still celebrate it. Can you imagine like going online once one day Bill Cosby passes away and being like, oh yeah, finally. No, fuck that. Like, human being passed away. And in Charlie's case, it was innocent human being. He didn't do anything wrong in his life. He was father of 2 kids, 31-year-old. And like, when I came home on that Wednesday when Charlie got murdered, my 2 kids ran to me, hugged me. My wife ran to me, hugged me. And all I was thinking about is, Charlie's never gonna experience it again. His kids will never run to him again. They won't have a chance. His wife won't have the chance either. And then the next day, I open Instagram and Facebook and everything, and it's full of these freaks, these mentally ill people. It's disgusting. And again, I keep saying it's not all the liberals, it's just some of the liberals. But hey, these liberals are the loudest. Like, if there's any normal liberal here watching this, you need to control these people. Because that's what we have your party connected with. And these people are pretty much why your party is the way it is. So it's in your own hands. I'm saying it all the time. Logical people needs to be louder. Because look, few freaks, and here we are.
Thoughts and prayers.
Oh no, someone shot Charlie Kirk. Look, I don't know who needs to hear this today, but that's how you pick up a woman.
Homie dead. Fuck your homie dead. Fuck your homie dead. He
What
got
the?
shot in the head. We got Charlie and the neck. We got Charlie and the neck.
I heard someone got shot today. I had a tummy ache this morning. Stay alive out there.
The sympathy for Charlie Kirk is weird. You don't have to like violence, but I'm confused as to how you thought the revolution was going to be magically bloodless.
I've been saying we need to bring back political assassinations. I don't feel bad, and I don't think that everyone deserves the right to free speech. I think some people should be afraid to express their opinion in public.
I didn't like what he said, and I didn't like his opinions, and I don't really give a shit that he's dead.
The best part of this whole goddamn thing
Oh my
is
god,
that
not this
he
bitch.
is not martyr material, so
You're
his death
so wrong.
will mean nothing.
You're so
It will
wrong.
activate no one. It will impact few. It's just great.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Can someone bring the magnet close to that girl? See if she's still able to talk. You know, some of these big industrial, like, probably her head will fly into it and the whole well, I don't know if it would be able to move her, but...
I saw the video before they even put out the confirmation. There was no chance that he made it through that. This wasn't the one we were hoping for, but a welcome surprise nonetheless.
I'm surprised that y'all didn't get rid of him sooner. And I'm surprised that you guys aren't getting rid of more people. Like, don't stop with him. Don't let him be the end dog. Get rid of them all. His wife deserves to go too. Y'all keep on talking about his wife and kids. They need to go too because they're carrying on that mentality and that lineage. Like, get rid of the whole family. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Why did you guys stop with him?
There were...
Okay, no, this chick needs to go to fucking prison. Like, are you fucking kidding me? She's gonna say to kill his wife and kids? Like, are you serious? No, just deport her, send her to Siberia, whatever. Like, what the hell? That's ridiculous.
Thousands of videos like that. Some of these people posting with their full names and faces, with hundreds and thousands of likes. Thousands of tweets celebrating it, with 500,000 likes. And it's important to remember that all of those likes are a real person. Millions of people in this country apparently believe the acceptable response to speech they don't like is murder. This wasn't just a bunch of fringe blue hair SJWs or whatever. They were teachers.
You know what's ridiculous? How many of these people got killed? How many of the right-wing voters found them up and beat them to death? Oh, that's right, no one. No one from the right killed you for your stupid opinion on TikTok. Not even stupid, disrespectful, disgusting, just fucking evil opinion. Yeah, right? Didn't do it. And you're gonna tell everyone that the right, that the Republicans, that they are the violent ones? I don't know. Like, I literally saw a video of a guy at the university mocking Charlie Kirk during the vigil, right? Do you think they beat him up? No. They just escorted him out and expelled him. There was no violence. The only violence was pretty much from the guy who was mocking Charlie Kirk. But yeah, we're gonna hear that all the time, how the left side is the party of peace and the Republicans are the violent ones. Freaking ridiculous. I don't know what's going on, man. It's crazy.
SJWs or whatever. They were teachers,
What's SJW?
professors, doctors, HR workers, healthcare workers, nurses, pediatricians, people who work with kids, people's classmates, roommates. They are teachers showing our children the gory, horrifying video of Charlie's murder on repeat. The hippy-dippy in this house we believe shitlib mask was ripped off, and underneath was nothing but psychopathic bloodlust. I have seen people on the right celebrate the death of people they disagree with. I've seen it. I remember Heather Heyer in 2017. But I also remember the whole internet, left and right, coming together to disavow and mock the few dozen people from Stormfront who were celebrating her death. This is different. It's never been like this before. It's never been this much. It's never been this brazen. Normal people have to log into like an alternate Twitter account where they can post their more unorthodox opinions. And these people are out here, full face, full name, like hell yeah, murder. What? The smug, unearned confidence these people have to be openly sociopathic with their full name and face because they live under the pathetic delusion of being on the right side of history needs to end. They will blame you for your death because words are violence. Words are violence, so them killing you is just self-defense. That's why they're using Kyle Rittenhouse as some kind of gotcha. Oh, if you don't condone political violence, why do you support Kyle Rittenhouse? They fundamentally don't see the difference between killing someone over speech and killing someone over self-defense, because these are the same things to them. Also, I'm going to be the one to point it out, because of course I am. I saw nobody else do it. Why are most of them women? Most of the people celebrating are women. Like, it's a good, like, 80-20 ratio all over the internet. What is going on, ladies? Basically, the whole country is shook because last year they realized how many people would celebrate the murder of a president, and this year they realized how many people would celebrate the murder of them. At the end of the day, this is all the inevitable conclusion of the punch a Nazi thing from like 2017. Do you guys remember that? We always knew it was a slippery slope. That's why we were against it. And they always say this dumb shit like, if you don't want to be called a Nazi, stop being a Nazi. Even a congressman from my state, New York, was like, oh, if you want to stop being called a fascist, you should stop being a fascist. Yeah, that's great, except you've called everyone and their mother a fascist and a Nazi for the past, like, 15 years. And I see a lot of progressives in my audience like, Shoo, you're not like Charlie Kirk. You're not a fascist. Here are all the things I have been called Nazi, fascist, reactionary for over the last few years. Would you like to see? I have been making this list since 2023. Let's go. Let's just read this together real quick. Mocking / criticizing pop feminism. believing adults can do whatever they want, being pro-free speech, being liberal, talking to people I disagree with, being friends with people I disagree with, following people on Twitter I disagree with, supporting Bernie Sanders, that one came from the right, being registered independent, criticizing Joe Biden, criticizing the Democratic Party, not being attracted to feminine men, not hating men in general, criticizing Canada's MAID program, not taking the COVID vaccine, criticizing the FBI, criticizing the CIA, believing the CIA killed JFK, using an American flag backdrop for my videos, saying elites, saying working class, saying based, making a joke about Joe Biden eating ice cream, making a joke about Pete Buttigieg being born in a test tube, making jokes in general, being cis, being white, being a woman, being a cis white woman, telling someone to take a shower, not being anti-gun, not being fat, being monogamous, liking Huey Long, celebrating the 4th of July, supporting Assange, criticizing the movie
This feels like filler, man.
movie Sound of Freedom, being against pedophilia, being against the destigmatization of pedophilia, being against children watching porn, being critical of kink at Pride, being against children performing at drag shows, not being racist, swear to God, being a class reductionist, saying biological sex, mocking people for debating the ethics of necrophilia, my username, owning a pet rabbit, questioning the Bush administration's involvement in 9/11, growing up in a Catholic family, eating meat, wanting to get married, wanting to have children, being married, having children, being at January 6th to interview people, saying it's okay if someone doesn't want to date a porn star, not wanting to do OnlyFans, criticizing Kanye West, criticizing late-stage capitalism, criticizing the billionaire class, criticizing Israel, criticizing eating the bugs, criticizing a fashion company for being creepy, you'll remember that one, supporting nuclear energy, parentheses, it's toxic masculinity, supporting TikTok tradwives, supporting one-income households, supporting UBI, supporting farmers, supporting truckers, not celebrating October 7th, supporting Palestine, not liking brutalism, saying colorblind anti-racism was good, wanting to date someone who has a good relationship with their parents, not liking Indian food, saying men and women are different but complement each other, being followed by JD Vance on Twitter, saying Hillary Duff is cool, making fun of Reddit, and for Asmongold reacting to me, criticizing American imperialism, wearing a bow in my hair, liking VTubers, and now being anti-death.
Charlie Kirk was a fucking Nazi. He was a fucking Nazi. And you know what kind of Nazi is the best Nazi? A dead one.
I am a better person than you for celebrating the...
I'm so over this Nazi bullshit. Like, I'm sorry guys, but that's only in America. Like in Europe, you know what Nazism was about. You can actually go to the death camps. You can see it. You still hear about it till today. Like in Czech Republic, we can draw a swastika. You can go to a prison. I know for Americans, it's something crazy that you can go for prison. To prison for something you draw, right? But that's how serious it is. And then in the US and Canada, you keep hearing, oh, Nazi, fascist, communist, Nazi, fascist, communist all the time. And it's like, you fucking serious? Like, do you even know what Nazism and fascism is? It has nothing to do with Trump's administration. It has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. It has nothing to do with America. And it's ridiculous because it's one of these big arguments coming from left. Like I debated multiple liberals. They always have the same stupid arguments. And you can't prove them wrong because it's literally like I can go debate this wall. And I have a better chance of getting some logic out of that wall. It's just... Yeah, it's crazy.
Kind of Nazi is the best Nazi? A dead one.
I am a better person than you for celebrating the death of a Nazi. And actually, it's pretty weird that you're not, and simultaneously asking people to have empathy for the Nazi.
Nazis have children and families, right? But Nazis also get shot in the neck.
They don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you.
I wonder if all of these Nazi people even know when the Nazism ended. When was the end of the Second World War? You know, and I don't want a specific date, just the year. Do you even know where fascism started? Do you even know that fascism started in Italy with Mussolini? If I'm correct, I hope I am. But yeah, like I doubt these people even know that. And it's just so outrageous that they keep overusing this word, and in the end...
They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. Now, I'm going to talk about my personal feelings of the situation because I know a lot of you can relate. I know a lot of you have been feeling the exact same way. So I will try and put it into words for you. I have friends who were friends with Charlie Kirk, but I didn't personally know him. We follow each other on Twitter. I've been to the TPUSA Amerifest in 2021. I actually went there planning to make a video making fun of it, but I had so much fun and met so many friends that I'm still friends with to this day. So that video never happened. I disagreed with him all the time. You can literally go to our Twitter interactions. I was always correcting him about, like, Bernie Sanders. I made an egg look like his face. It is safe to say I was no fan. But this has really shaken me in a way that I absolutely did not expect. These last few days after what happened, I kept going to every single, like, lefty, liberal, left-wing person I know and, like, checking out what they have been saying about this. And besides maybe like 4 or 5, every single one was being an unhinged psychopath about this. Or saying some backhanded shit like, this is why we need gun control, which, first of all, we were just watching a whole bunch of people celebrate killing someone over political differences. You are never taking our guns now. That is not happening. I felt like I was in the middle of the ocean. I was trying to like grasp onto a flotation device, checking all of these accounts for their take, like, be normal, be normal. Nothing. Nobody. I'm just drowning in a sea of evil, apparently. Maybe I was just blind up until now. Maybe they changed. Maybe I changed. Is everyone going crazy, or am I going crazy? I don't know. All I know is it is clear how they reacted to this is how they would react to me, my family, my friends, you, your family, your friends, that have ever stepped out of line from the nebulous, ever-changing definition of progressive. These are people I thought were level-headed. They were left-wing, but, you know, like, they were one of the good ones. Like, you can joke with them, you know, they weren't those, like, woke SJWs. Like, they were cool, we can disagree and still be friends. You know. Your friend wouldn't celebrate you being murdered, of course. But if they would celebrate an exact clone of you that wasn't you, that had all the same opinions, or some of the opinions that you have, if they would celebrate that clone being murdered, they're not your friend. I'm friends with people who are friends with Charlie, and I see how they are completely broken about this. Seeing them like this, and then at the same time my other friends posting shit like, rip bozo.
Why do you even call them a friend?
Personally, I would rather live in a world full of Charlie Kirks who would sit down and debate than a world full of people who agree with me but would murder people who don't. Because if it's now normalized to just murder people...
There was only one. There was only one person. I'm not saying there's no one else who's going to debate, but I don't think anyone else has the patience, the passion, and just who chooses debate instead of violence when someone does him wrong. I really think there was only one person like that, and that was Charlie. I don't think there's anyone who can fill his shoes, not even take the torch after him, you know, like there's gonna be people having debates. It's gonna be different, but I don't think anyone is as pure as Charlie was.
Because if it's now normalized to just murder people who disagree with you politically, we don't have a society. Like, that's it. It's over. But some of these people in particular, like, why the f*** are you celebrating? You! They think you're a Nazi too. They'll make a nice compilation of all the hot takes you've had over the years and spread it around to justify your murder. You don't get it, do you? We are all Charlie Kirk. I have been doing this for 11 years. I have been harassed, doxxed, threatened, whatever, you name it, for 11 years by the left. And it hasn't moved me an inch because that's not how politics works. That's lunch table politics. I've talked about this before. People on your side being mean to you doesn't mean you overnight change your opinions on, like, healthcare. It doesn't work that way. I still have all my economic left opinions. I'm for strong social safety nets, workers' rights, unions, wealth caps, whatever. That has not changed. This is not me leaving the left because, frankly, I don't even know how to do that. This is me and many people looking around us at our so-called allies and realizing that even though we might share some, like, political opinions, we fundamentally do not have the same values or morals. And are we really allies if we agree on, like, taxes, but don't agree on the sanctity of human life? I don't know.
No, this is ridiculous. So you're telling me you're still gonna vote Democrats even after it's controlled by these mentally ill people? Like, I'm sorry, if you're gonna do it, unless you're gonna try to change the left, you're as bad as they are. I'm sorry, I always liked ShoeOnLeft, but she always presented herself as a kind of more in the center. But now she's talking full on like she's on the left. And I don't know how you can be in favor of the same party like these mentally ill people. And like I mentioned before, these mentally ill people are the reason why the left is the way it is right now. And you're just gonna kind of close your eyes and stay on that side anyway. Look at RFK, right? Look at Elon Musk. They saw that there was something really wrong with left. And it pushed them to the right. Now Elon obviously wants to start his own party. But if you think about it, where do you have higher chance of your opinions to being heard? On the left or right? I think RFK is doing everything he wanted to do when he was Democrat. And look, now he's changing America to make it healthier again. So, I don't know, this to me sounds kind of like an excuse, like, oh yeah, economically I'm on the left, so I'm just gonna stay even though there's so many mentally ill people. We still have 4 minutes into the video, so I kind of hope that she's gonna explain it somehow or change her opinion, because if you're staying on the left, I'm sorry, yeah, I don't know, doesn't sit right with me.
The way we view death now is just crazy. And I feel like a lot of that has to do with the desensitization, in part thanks to the internet. You used to have to go out of your way to see gore and
That's
stuff
true.
like that, and now you're just scrolling through Twitter and you see someone set on fire, if someone gets stabbed on a train.
Yeah, it doesn't even tell you sensitive content.
It's not even real to people anymore. Like, it's like a movie or show. Oh, that character died? Good, I hated that character. Like, no, that was a real human
Kind of
being,
disagree with that.
family and kids, actually. Like, that was someone's son. The internet has turned real people into nothing but cartoon characters that disappear when you close an app. I remember
I don't think so.
People would be like, oh, when you have kids, you'll change your mind on XYZ, and I was like, no, that's not gonna happen, no. And they were right. Almost overnight, you stop being so selfish, nihilistic. You stop having utopian fantasies of wanting to live in a post-capitalist society. And all you want is for the world to be safe. For the world to be safe and normal. And all that matters is your family and your community. And then your country, and then the world. You know? But we can't save the world. You can't. But you can save the people around you. You can't say to these people who are celebrating this and justifying this, you can't say, what if that was your dad or your brother getting killed for their opinions, because they've already cut those people off. They've already cut those people off out of their lives. And posting videos and pictures of Charlie's wife and young kids will not move these people at all. Because they hate their lives. They hate their families. They are atomized bug people. They are the unfortunate product of modern society. And I feel bad for them. I do. I pity them and I wish I could help them. But I have bugman fatigue. And for the people who will come at me in a blind rage with a list of all of Charlie Kirk's, like, biggest hits to convince me that I should hate him and should not mourn him. If you thought what Charlie Kirk said is wrong, you could have debated him. He was one of the few people left willing to do that.
Yeah.
And now he's gone. Charlie was a fan of free speech, but I'm worried whoever comes after Charlie won't be. Like, even from a political standpoint, not even a personal human standpoint, why are you celebrating, like, the most popular college Gen Z political pundit dying? Like, why are you celebrating him?
Doesn't make sense.
Murder? Say goodbye to that young male vote. All the liberal Joe Rogans in the world are not fixing this. I just hope for the sake of this country that political violence does not become normalized, does not become a thing. I really don't want to see that happen. I don't want to see retaliation. I don't want to see us fall into a civil war. I don't know, this has all been extremely blackpilling. I think I'm gonna take a break from politics. I don't know. I'm a YouTuber. Like, I'm not a political pundit, right? I'm not. My goal here, my purpose here is to entertain, is to make people laugh. That is what I'm going to do. That is what I will continue to do. The news cycle will move on. The world will move on. Charlie Kirk's kids won't move on. His daughter won't move on. His daughter does not have a dad anymore. And that fucking sucks. That sucks. I don't know what else to say. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my crash out. If you're new here, my videos usually are not like this. They're actually nothing like this. They have music in the back. They're fun. They're goofy. Things are just not fun and goofy right now. But I promise you the next video will be. Yeah, thank you for your attention to this matter. Bye. Two most...
Yeah, I'm kind of confused about the video. Obviously, Shue is mourning Charlie, and it's gonna sound weird, but it's... Yeah, like we all are, right? And even though she kind of full-on declared she's on the left, still looks like she's a good person. I'm just very confused about her full-on declaring that she's on the left. She went from, yes, I'm more into the center, yes, I have opinions that are aligned with kind of left economy, to full-on, I'm on the left side. And I don't know, I feel like if this is not eye-opening for you, like you're aligning yourself with these people, and I'm not saying that left killed Charlie Kirk, right? Who knows? But the left is the one who celebrated it. And again, just few mentally ill people on the left celebrated it, but also the few mentally ill people, because how loud they are, they're pretty much controlling the whole Democrat Party. Like, everything follows what they want to do. So yeah, I kind of don't know what to think about it. If you want to be aligned with them, kind of disappointing. But maybe I just misunderstood. If I misunderstood, just shoot me a comment. If you like the reaction, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.